What's up, Legend Army? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna take a deep dive into The Day Before, a game that I've been patiently waiting on to release since early 2021. The Day Before is an open world MMO survival game that has a lot of people talking since it was revealed a little bit about a year ago. Since then, we have gotten a few trailers, but not a lot of information has come out about the game, and not a lot of people know about it. The Day Before is being developed by Fantastic. We saw our first official reveal trailer back in January 2021. When I first saw the reveal trailer, I was like super skeptical. It made me question if the game would even play like they were showing right here because it looks super scripted.
Shall we split up?
Yep.
I'll find out what's in the skyscraper.
Okay, and I'll look around here. Let's see what we have here. All right. I have found a great cowboy hat. Tell her everything's all right. And there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
The entire trailer was about showcasing the basic overall look of the game, what the environments were going to look like when we explore or encounter other players. It appears that the developers want the main focus of this game to be PvP and PvE, which is starting to be very common in most modern open world survival games today. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I first seen this game, I immediately thought it looked a lot like The Division and The Last of Us had a baby, or it like combined or something. I'm sure a lot of you guys also thought the same thing when it first started showing up on YouTube and other social media sites over the past several months. Now, the second trailer released was in February of 2021, and it showcased some brand new extended combat gameplay along with really good information that the developers put out during the interviews. Now, the gameplay in the second trailer was pretty straightforward and it looked identical to the reveal trailer footage we saw earlier. The biggest takeaway from this footage for me was the execution and the armored vehicle rolling up on the player after executing the player. We're gonna be able to tie people up instead of just straight up execute them. You're gonna be able to use them as bait, basically. So let's say if you wanted to escape an angry horde of zombies, you could legitimately tie up an enemy and literally use them as bait while you and your team get away. Or you could use them as collateral, basically, to get items or food or gas from another survivor group if you capture one of them, so that you could get out of there and get back to your base. And the developers also have mentioned base building, but I'll touch on that in just a moment. Now, if you remember correctly, they mentioned a colony or a survivor group in the very first trailer that came out for The Day Before.
Listen up. This is Woodbury Survivor Colony speaking. If you can hear this message, it means that we have opened our doors for new survivors. We can give you food and shelter and ensure your safety. Here are the coordinates.
You're going to be able to buy or sell items. You're also going to be able to get contracts for missions or even make your own group. This immediately says to me that there's going to be a safe zone, and we've seen footage of this social hub. They also mentioned events inside the colony, which most likely will happen during the holiday months, and it's going to make sure that the players can interact and be more social instead of always out there in the game world just killing each other and taking each other's stuff. Now, earlier I mentioned base building, and the developers in the interview talked about base building a little bit. They said it's going to be a lot different than any other online MMO survival game that's been out there on the market. They showcased a cabin here. It's being upgraded and changed, so not entirely sure if that's all the base building we will get in the game. We're just gonna have to wait for more clear information when the game releases later this year, because I really hope they push the base building a little bit far, because I enjoy doing base building and making my own place be safe. One thing that the developers touched on was the heads up display in the interview. They talked about how they are abandoning it and making it appear a lot more realistic to match the atmosphere of this game. In most of the footage, you've seen a health bar, 3 icons above it, which are typically water, food, and temperature, which all will be something we as players are going to have to pay attention to so that we don't don't die in the world and we stay alive. And I hope they don't go back and start bringing in stupid stuff like hints and stuff like that. Like, this is completely an open world. It needs to be hardcore, in my opinion. They also were talking about adding a reputation system in one of the interviews, which makes your actions affect your progress. Now, I don't know how much it's going to affect. Like, is it going to affect like mission progress, or is it going to affect just the traders? We really don't know. We're just gonna have to wait for more information on that as we get closer to launch. But I do like the idea of a reputation system being in game. The closest thing that I could think of about is probably Escape from Tarkov. I think they have a reputation system with the scavs and the traders, and you have to be in good standing in order to do that, probably with the flea market as well, which is another game I'm trying to get into. Now, the loot system will not feature any rarities or weapons or gear, so you're not going to be able to run around and loot and find different colored variations of the same gun or the same variation of the same gear. It's all going to be treated like it's real life stuff. It's not going to have any special effects or anything. And an example of that is pretty much like a light bulletproof vest. A light bulletproof vest is not going to stop a shotgun or a fully automatic assault rifle. It's going to probably stop just a regular pistol, and that's about it. The vehicles are also going to be a lot different than any other survival game that I've ever played from what I just seen. You will have to pay attention to make sure that you don't run out of gas. There's also environment things to this game to watch out for, like mud or off-road areas, which you can get stuck and ambushed. They have vehicle crafting, which allows you to repair the vehicle. You're gonna have to go find the equipment and then come back and repair your vehicle if your vehicle is damaged. Now, in April 2021, they released a 13-minute gameplay video, which included a lot of more exploration, crafting, zombies combat. If you want to check that all out, link will be down in the description. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but they did show a lot of cool things in that video. Now, they also released a RTX on video that I'm not going to really show you too much footage of. If you want to go watch that, you can go watch it. Link will be down in the description. They also mentioned a few other things in the interviews that they didn't really have footage to show that some of the developers were talking about. So you're going to be able to carry quite a bit of things, and if you carry too much, it's going to make a lot of noise when you move. There's not going to be any loading screens in the world once you're actually into it, like going to different parts. There are going to be human NPCs, which I'm thinking that's probably going to be player controlled NPCs. I'm thinking most likely. Think Escape from Tarkov. They're going to have dynamic weather, they said. There's no in-game level for your character, so when you first start the game, your character's not really going to have like a specific level that you have to level up stats or anything, which would be really cool if they did have, to be honest. Now, they talked about post-launch content. I don't really want to talk too much about post-launch content. They had holiday events, concerts, new locations to the map, new weapons, new skins, new vehicles, yada yada. You guys pretty much get the idea. DLC. One thing I did see that I was interested in is a clan system, but that's pretty much the group system if I'm not mistaken, but they didn't really say anything. They said that we're just gonna have to wait for more information near release or at release. The developers did hint at a beta test at some point, and since we're about 3 months away at this point, a little bit over 3 months away from the actual release if they don't delay this game, I'm hoping in the next month or maybe April or May we get an actual beta and we can get some actual hands-on footage for you guys here on the channel. I'll be stoked if I can get to play that game. Now, I want to end this video by starting a discussion down in the comment section below. A lot of people have been talking about this game over on social media, and they think it's a huge scam. Do you guys think the game will live up to its hype and deliver on all the promises that these guys are talking about? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch my video. If you're brand new here and enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a like, turn on notifications to make sure you never miss a video. And until next time, guys, peace out.